Welcome back into Vikings Central. Got a fun video here for you today. Regular season is coming up. It's approaching. What are we, about a month out? Almost exactly to the date, which is kind of crazy. Saturday preseason game, which is going to be a lot of fun. Versus Houston Texans. We're going to see J.J. McCarthy get his first action. And again, almost right around that year. So just really excited for that. See what we got in store for that game. Like I said, he's going to be playing a little bit. And it sounds like Kevin O'Connell said he could even see some extended playing time into the second quarter or maybe even all the way to halftime, which is pretty interesting, but they're probably going to shut him down afterwards for that. But I want to talk about some free agents the Vikings could add to this group, to this roster that's already kind of stacked. And I'm going to pop it up right here and just talk about it a little bit. So this name has been around pretty much all offseason. It's Asante Samuel Jr. He's been struggling with a majority of injuries, just like a bunch of different injuries. I think it was a neck, a shoulder, just kind of a combination of things, which, is never a good thing. And that's why he's unsigned, because he's still young and he's very talented, obviously. He's been successful in this year, in this league. I mean, he's got 6 career interceptions with 26 pass breakups. He's around the ball and he can make plays. And I think he'd be really good in this Brian Flores system. It's just that the health right now, and I think he'd probably play pretty cheap too. We really need some more depth in this cornerback room, in my opinion, that has some experience and has some, just really big plays in this league already, and Asante Samuel Jr. has done that. My second one is Amari Cooper, especially with Jordan Addison now being suspended for 3 games. Amari Cooper could come in. He's getting a little slower. He's declining a little bit, but he's still a detailed route runner, can build a really instant chemistry with a young quarterback and just help a young quarterback out because he's still very smart, knows how to get open, knows the ins and outs of being a wide receiver in the NFL. I think it'd be good for Justin Jefferson too and Jordan Addison when he comes back, and all these young guys. Jalen Naylor, we have a really young receiving group. So just to be able to get a veteran in there and not be asked to do too much, he'd probably play at a pretty decent price. That's probably, close to the vet minimum, but a little bit over. But at the same time, I think he'd be great in this locker room and just with a young quarterback and then Kevin O'Connell's system. Next up is Rasul Douglas, another cornerback. I really think they need to add another piece to this cornerback room. Rasul Douglas had a down year last year in Buffalo. I think he had like a 54 PFF grade, but he still had, I think, a bunch of pass breakups. I think it was 5 or 6 pass breakups. So he's still around the ball a little bit, just not like he was in 23-24, where I think he had 6 or 7 interceptions between those 2 seasons. Just a corner, I think he's 31 now, a corner that could come in, again, give some experience into that room. I'm not going to be asked to do a lot, maybe like a Shaq Griffin from last year, as Stephon Gilmore. I mean, they played a lot of snaps, but at the same time, you still got Isaiah Rodgers there. You're really liking what you're seeing out of Dwight McGlothern. Jeff Okuda's been really good, but one more body, especially an experienced body in that room, makes a lot of sense to me. And last but not least, this is kind of cheating. He's not a free agent, but Trey Lance had a really good showing in the Chargers preseason opener. And I know this is blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, this is stereotypical of a Minnesota Vikings fan, wanting Trey Lance to come home out of Marshall, Minnesota. I just think he'd be a really good reclamation project for Kevin O'Connell. He has all the tools that Kevin O'Connell really likes. Now, he's got a big arm, but he really needs to work on that accuracy, which Kevin O'Connell's system, you really do need the accuracy. I think it'd be fun to come in here and just see what he's got and maybe be the backup. We know Kevin O'Connell wants to pound the rock a little bit more in the run game. Trey Lance can run the football. If J.J. McCarthy misses 2-3 games, just build an offense around maybe Trey Lance, not only throwing the football, but also pounding the football with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Just an interesting option to come in and maybe be a backup. But I just want to bring up about 4 names here. There's a couple other names I was going to mention, but these are the 4 main guys that I really think would be a really good fits here. Add into that cornerback room, add into the wide receiver room, and maybe, assessing where that quarterback room is after the first preseason game and seeing if a guy like Trey Lance is available for maybe a trade for a late round pick swap or something like that, something that's not going to be too rich. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Support us at our social media links, and our sponsors up there up top, and our Substack that you see scrolling across the bottom. Really, guys, I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you in the next video. Viking Central. God bless.